everyone, hey and welcome back to yet another episode of Battle Rap Resume. This is your host Tom Quee. Thanks so much for joining me. Before we get to today's guest, please message me, battlerapresume@gmail.com. Please get in touch with me. You can also comment on the videos, of course, if you'd like to keep up to date with the show. You'd like to see what episodes are upcoming, clips, etc., thoughts on battles, new and old, at Battle Rap Resume. Follow me there. Also, subscribe to us, please, on YouTube, on iTunes. Leave a review on iTunes if you want to listen to new episodes. If you want to have like a sort of PPV preview, go on to patreon.com/Battle Rap Resume. Thank you so much to everyone that's been donating to that. But let's just get into this guest today. Really excited. I was just saying to him off air that, like any battler that I've had on, I was much a fan of this guy's work. Really is an absolute asset to battle rap, and I'm sure most people are aware of VERSETRACKER.com. Ryan, how's it going, man?
Hey, I'm good, Tom. How are you doing today?
Really good, man. I should formally introduce you then. Yourself, Ryan. You are the creator of the famed VERSETRACKER.com. Is that right?
Yeah, that's correct. I'm the creator, and it's a one and only staff member as well.
Literally the only guy who runs it.
Yeah, just me.
God. But you have battles of the week on there, news and stuff, as well as the archive. Like the work is.
Yeah, just some free time I have. So
that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy, man. And as I say, I guess I should explain VERSETRACKER for anyone that isn't aware of it. I sort of came across it maybe halfway through battle rap that I was into, maybe a year or two I was into it. And it is, once you find the site, it becomes absolutely integral, personally for me, doing the show and beforehand, to exploring battle rap, which is one of the great things about battle rap. The niches, the odd leagues, the odd ideas, the odd matchups. And, there is so much. It can be quite overwhelming when you first get into a league to know who's going what the storylines are, etc. And VERSETRACKER just demystifies all that. For instance, you can click on someone like Matter and you'll see all of his battles in order, and you also get to see the views, the league that are on, etc., etc. If you click on the match, so if you click on like Matter versus Soul, it brings you to a page which has the battle and then has Matter and Soul on there, and you can see their last 5 matches. Just lots of nice touches like that. And I mean, it's a crazy archive, man. It's just a mad achievement.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, I'm glad to hear it's helping you out.
Yeah, I mean, it helps everyone out. Like, it gets to the point, where it's, I mean, the fascination with statistics, I suppose I should get with, because it makes so much sense when you watch it. And when you look at the site, and I love how on the top of the site, you have 4 kind of running totals. You have battles, of which your record states there are 38,000 or so battles.
Yeah, yeah, just past 38,000.
Jesus Christ. I mean, one of my favorite things to do, Ryan, I have like a bookmark of the battles page of the site, so I can just immediately see what's been uploaded in the last few days. And it's like, okay, every time I click on, it's like 10-12 battles uploaded a day. Yeah,
that's become kind of my daily routine is wake up in the morning, eat breakfast, get ready, and go through whatever's been uploaded since last time I updated the site. And it's usually about 10 to 20 new battles every single day, so it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that is absolutely just mind-blowing. And I mean, how are you doing it in a layman's term? Do you just subscribe to all the leagues and just sort of?
Yeah, that's basically it. I just have my VERSETRACKER YouTube channel. I'm subscribed to every single league or media, battle rap related media YouTube channel out there, and kind of just bookmark the last one I went through last time I did updates, and then go from there. Just kind of it used to be a more kind of work intensive process where I had to grab the embed code every single time there was a video, but over the years I've kind of streamlined the process myself a little bit better, so it doesn't take me too long to do it, but maybe an hour a day or so in the morning, and then maybe in the evening if I have some time.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at the most recent uploads on the battle page, so we're currently recording this on the 8th of February, so just to go back to the 4th, we have over 40 battles uploaded in that time. Ones that people might be aware of. For example, we had like Skeptical versus Crafty, Sharon versus Jay Short, etc. And then just great ones like apparently, Ryan, there's a guy called Lux in New Zealand. I just discovered that.
Yeah, there's it's crazy, all the corners that the battle rap reaches, and just all the things, all the small leagues I've found, just kind of going down that rabbit hole.
Yeah, it is. And amongst these other totals, I should say, we have rappers, of which there's just crossed 18,000. Battle rappers active or past. That is a mad number.
Yeah, it's the funny thing is, what does the league say on there? About 600 or so?
Yes, 599 at the moment. Yeah,
599. So I actually have a list. I get Twitter or emails every single day from people saying, "Hey, can I get my league added to the website?" And I'm more than happy to do it. It's just that I have probably a list on my own of about 200 more YouTube channels that I still need to add to the website. So, and that number grows every single day. So,
Jesus Christ, yeah. I mean, I've said it before. Yeah. I've said it before, Ryan. But that is kind of the beauty and ubiquity of battle rap. You literally need a medium to fairly expensive camera and a room, and
that's exactly it. Yeah, I mean, 4 times out of 5, that's exactly what it is. It's one guy who, has some friends, and they're like, "Hey, I started a battle league. We have one event," and then it never goes anywhere past that. But I'm still happy to add them to the site. So
yeah. I guess you could look at them as like one-hit wonders. I guess
exactly.
I wonder. Maybe there's some great. I mean, that fascinates me as well, and that's what I found VERSETRACKER really useful for just digging deep. Like it helps you sort of. Okay, so there's this guy on the channel right now who battled Duffy Green apparently. B Trills. Who the hell's this guy? So click on B Trills. Who has he battled? Just keep going or whatever, and you can find some. I mean, are you aware of Dago Davalo?
I mean, I see the name.
Yeah.
I don't believe I've watched anything from him, but I see the name come up in the past and whatnot.
No, I mean, he's sort of one that inadvertently I sort of discovered, and to go on his VERSETRACKER, it really provides a nice picture of the battler in a certain way as well, because this guy who I've had on the show previous, brilliant battler from New Haven, Connecticut, one of the best punchers I've ever seen, Ryan, to be honest with you, and he's got 30,
really?
I mean, he's insane. He's got 32,000 views, and he's had battles dating back to 2011.
Wow,
it's just
I know I recognize the name. I mean, there's so much, it's hard to check out everybody, but if you can co-sign for him, I'll definitely check some stuff out. No, definitely. But I mean, let's go back a little. You and battle rap, Ryan. When do you remember your first experience watching it, or? It's been a while. I mean, I've always been a huge fan of kind of just freestyle rap, and I think maybe going back to looking for videos or songs or something from Eminem or something, some freestyles from him, downloading them off LimeWire or something like that, just to see what was out there. And then probably maybe around whenever YouTube came out, so around 05 or 06 or something, going and searching for freestyle videos, and eventually coming across Juice versus Eminem at the early Scribble Jams, and then just being like, oh, what is this Scribble Jam? Let's search more about this, and just finding all the Immaculate and Thesaurus, and Thesaurus versus Justice, and that's probably my earliest that's intro into it.
And that's pretty early in a certain sense.
I was probably in high school at the same time. I remember finding even the 06 World Rap Championships, getting the trying to rip the audio off of their website and putting that audio on my iPod and listening to it at school and whatnot.
That is like ultimate battle rap hipster in the best possible way. I wish. I mean, I guess I just wasn't of the age at the time. Slightly younger, perhaps. Got into it quite a bit later. But I'm always jealous of friends or people that I meet through battle rap. They're like, I was listening to it when I was 16, and I was just like, oh man, I wish I was you know what I mean? I'm like, why wasn't I? It's just things you don't know.
Yeah, there's just something about it. I would rather I would rather listen to a battle audio or something rather than a song at sometimes, just because there's something about it.
Yeah, there is. And early on, I mean, who were you into? Who are your favorites that you listened to on the iPod?
I was a big fan of the Fresh Coast scene, of all the people from California. I mean, the early ones are, Ilmac and Thesaurus were huge. No Can Do, Franco. I watched a lot of British ones, especially the people that came from the early WRCs, Coolez and Archaic, and I'm a huge fan of Rhyme Asylum, and got into them because of the Possessed and What's His Face battles. They're great people to get into. I mean, you didn't name the Don't Flop Head there, or was that? Well, I was focusing on the 06 right now.
Of course. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah.
Coming into the 07 WRCs.
And that was crazy. Were you watching that in real time, like those coming out?
Yes, I remember waiting. I don't know if they were available on YouTube yet, but I remember Jump Off's website would release like 10 battles per week, and they were like one battle or something from each division, and it was just waiting for those 10 battles to drop on their website so you could just go through them and rewatch them. And
yeah, it's kind of like Netflix in a certain sense, the whole season.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And kind of rooting for who you wanted to go on.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing I found. Like, I'm going to have someone on soon to talk about the WRCs. Like, I'm fascinated by them. 07's more my specialty rather than 06, really. Just, I guess, for Archaic and became my sort of feeder. But
yeah.
when you watch that tournament in New York, there's loads of great battles to watch. Obviously, they battle 3 times as well.
Yes. Yeah. The 07s.
Yeah, the 07s, which is really nice. What was 06? Was that just twice?
06, they didn't have. It was only United States and United Kingdom.
And the Vegas,
I believe it was 3 times, but the finals was only the 2 countries.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, and when you watch this and you dig in and you're like, oh, there's a Houston division, and then all the Houston battles are on there as well. So it's like, it like they've covered so much ground, and like trying to sort of watch it all for me has been quite overwhelming just because there's so much. Yeah,
that's a huge reason why VERSETRACKER became what it is. It is because YouTube is great, but to kind of organize, you watch a battle and you say, wow, I really like this guy's stuff. Now let's see what else he has. You could miss some stuff on YouTube, and VERSETRACKER, hopefully covers all the gaps so you can go through that guy's catalog and branch off and whatnot.
Yeah, it is like a big family tree in a certain sense of of gun bars and stuff like that. But before we get onto VERSETRACKER as a whole, which was 2012, is that correct? That's when it emerged.
Middle of 2012 is when I started it.
Middle of 2012. So we're moving from I guess what were you seeing anything online? Were you interacting in a certain sense? Because VERSETRACKER is one of the go-to sites. Is there anything else you were on? Or
I had a rapmusic.com account.
Right, of course.
There was I think that was pretty much it. That was basically the only source to talk to people or figure out what was going on, and for me at least in battle rap. There was another site. It's still up, rapgrid.com.
Yeah.
They were kind of doing the same thing. They, I think, focus now more on media and pay-per-views and events and whatnot.
Yeah.
But they had a similar concept at the beginning. VERSETRACKER actually started off not as what it is right now. Since I was a big fan of like the music that battle rappers made, it was more of a site to kind of show the music that battle rappers made. That's where the name comes from, like verse in a song. And then kind of the idea stemmed off like, well, if someone likes Immaculate's music, maybe we can put some of his battles next to his albums, and then it just kind of blew up from there, and music became secondary, and focusing on the battles became the primary focus of the website.
And how long was the website around until you felt it was getting quite a bit of recognition?
I would say maybe 6 months or so.
Right.
It was a solely music website for about 6 months or so, and then starting to add the battles to it, starting to promote those battles via Twitter, and tagging all the rappers in and the leagues in it, getting their kind of sharing and whatnot kind of helped us network out.
Yeah, it is nice actually, because obviously when a battle comes out, especially in the modern era, you have someone spamming your page with like siren emojis, new battle alert, and sort of like
exactly.
like that and stuff. So when a battle comes out, big or small, it gets retweeted a lot. It goes on the feed, and one of the things that holds most sway is when VERSETRACKER posts it, which I know is just you literally just post the battle, but because it's got that logo,
it's a pretty automated process.
Yeah. There's a soul behind it, though, Ryan. I can so people, soul is there because people love this site, and I think I'm not just speaking for myself here. Although, we'll get into how useful this website is for the show, Battle Rap Resume as a whole. Really, it's great. Whenever I've got anyone on, I always have the VERSETRACKER page open, because it's just a really good way.
I'm a very big fan of Battle Rap Resume, by the way. And
thank you, man.
I'll listen to it in my car when I'm driving around, and I can always hear some typing in the background, especially maybe when the guest is talking, and I'm always assuming I'm like, oh man, maybe he's searching VerseTracker right now.
It's a default, man, because normally I have like a folder on my browser of like, okay, all the battles to watch and their VerseTracker page, just to sort of, because it's just.
I appreciate it, man.
No, it's seriously useful. And one of the things you were talking about, you're saying about the music earlier, I thought that was quite interesting because, occasionally you do, for instance, I'm on Shotty Horror's page now, and there's kind of his mixtape references and stuff like that, which is really useful and really good to see. And like, it's a great kind of thing for a battler. Like, if a battler's VerseTracker page has content on it like that, I bet it's quite, it's quite sought after. They want it.
Yeah, like I said, that was kind of the beginning focus of the website. So, 6 months, and I've collected all this, this database of music and albums and music videos and singles they've put out. It's kind of like, well, that's, even though that's not the primary focus of the website anymore, it would be dumb to just let all that information and data go to waste. So, it's not giving the music away for free, but if you're a fan of the battler, maybe you're going to be a fan of their music. So, here's an easy reference to find it.
And I mean, I know very little about this, Ryan, but I'm just kind of interested in broad strokes. The sort of technical construction of the site, I mean, you must have some basing then in programming to a certain extent, or?
Yeah, that's actually my career. I'm a web developer. That's my full-time job. VerseTracker also kind of helped me kind of extend that career whenever it kind of like a sandbox testing grounds for learning new things. If I want to, I can't go out and try some new projects on a client's website. So here's my own little personal project I can test things out on.
Well, I mean, in my lifetime, there has been one major redesign. It feels like kind of.
There's actually been two.
Right.
The first one was a long time ago. I can't recall the date, but that was just going from the mainly music focus to the battle focus.
But I mean, like visually as well. Like at the moment, it's kind of taken on a more kind of box approach. But I remember when it was a bit bluer, the old VerseTracker, if I remember correctly, a bit more sort
bluer.
Maybe
the very first one was kind of like a dark gray black website. The second one was there was some blue to it, some black and white, and this new one is more blue and stuff. So.
Yeah. I'm just looking at an old image now, and it's like when you see old pictures of Facebook, you're like, what?
Yeah. I can't believe we look like that.
Yeah, but sometimes the old ones look good. I don't know. They look a bit more kind of retro.
I appreciate it. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. But no, I mean, obviously, VerseTracker is this Bible, and it does tap into the sort of, you said earlier, data, information, that kind of thing. Like, there is so much data, isn't there? So much statistics.
Yeah, there's luckily all this calculations and stuff like that are run in the background. It's all pulled from YouTube. The website, adds it all up, averages it and all that kind of stuff, and displays it for the users. So I don't have to sit there and do that. But it's there is a lot of data in the background. Yeah,
it's and like I say prior, it is just fascinating the kind of where battle rap goes. Like, you could have another thing at the top with countries, and I'm sure
my best guess for that one is probably somewhere around 30 countries.
Yeah, actually, I think, come to think of it, I did do a list on my channel of, like, the all the countries from around the world, and I'm pretty sure I got fairly complete, so I'll try and collect this up. This is like on Battle Rap Resume, when you hear me type on the keyboard, I'm just sort of, for once it's not VerseTracker, but I remember it being into, like, the 30s or something, and they were like...
it's crazy.
Yeah, Diz in Lebanon. Like,
Diz, I think he did 2 battles over there.
Yeah, who did he battle? He's like... Abbas, I think he was called, one of the guys that he battled.
I can't recall the name, but
battled in Philippines as well, which is just
Philippines, Norway and Sweden, I think South Africa, and those are the larger ones. I think Jamaica or the Bahamas have like one battle league or something like that. And then,
I'm currently on the list, and we have obviously America, Australia, Luxembourg, Nepal, Pakistan, Uganda. Like it's crazy, man.
I mean, it's some guys got a YouTube channel, put out a few battles, so why not?
I always, when I was thinking of this though, I was like, what if there's a guy that is like the greatest wordsmith ever, but it's in Russian. So
I mean, Russia does have Versus, their battle league there, which is, I don't know if it's larger or just, it's gigantic. The only problem is we've started to catalog it, but since it's not in a Latin language, it's tough to get those special characters into the website. So that's the only fallback for them. We'd like to include them because, I mean, obviously they're gigantic. And
yeah, I think Diz is going over there soon, actually.
Really?
Yeah, very soon to battle Oxymoron. I think's their main guy.
Oxymoron? Yeah, I think he's their number one viewed guy with some kind of insane, up there, comparable with like Looney from the Philippines. Yeah.
I think the Russian league's one of those leagues where there's no distinction between the sort of established battle,
exactly.
The rapper and the battle rapper. Like it's not a thing. It's just that's why it's so big. Which
exactly
is very, very interesting actually. And I guess Russia's such a huge country as well. They can draw on so many separate spheres of talent.
That's true.
I can't wait to get into that. But we'll get back to VerseTracker. And one of the things that warmed my heart, Ryan, was the GoFundMe.
Yeah, that was probably, I'm not sure, 6 months ago or so.
Yeah, it says it's been going for 5 months so far. Yeah,
5 months. Okay. We were. I had a basic website hosting plan, and it came to the point where the database that VerseTracker was sitting on became larger than what they would allow that plan to host. So they gave me a notice. They said, hey, you need to either upgrade your plan or delete some of the website to make it smaller than what will allow. And I said, there's nothing I can delete. So the next plan up, which is kind of like the business enterprise level, I had to jump to, which is, substantially larger, both, price wise and what I could do with it. So my only option was to hopefully crowdfund the funds to upgrade to that, and that's what I did with the GoFundMe. And along with that, I put some of the money towards a site redesign, and that's what you're seeing today. No,
it's brilliant, man. I mean, like you say, you reached out and people reached back like happily.
Yeah, it was. I didn't expect to get a fraction of what we received, and I'm incredibly grateful to everyone that donated or shared the link or helped in any way.
Yeah, and the amount you raised, I mean, comparatively, I don't mean it's in a bad way. 30 people donated over $1,000, so it's like they love, people love the thing. And when you go back through the comments and seeing who donated, it reads like a who's who of battle rap. Really, all these fans, Laugh and Stalk, Breakneck, Harry Baker, Quest McCody. It's just
it was Minnesota. It was a lot of unexpected stuff, but like I said, thank you to everyone that helped with that.
Yeah, and I mean, I should say it's still ongoing. So if you do want to contribute to VerseTracker, GoFundMe.com/VerseTracker. Incredibly good cause. Better than any charity in my eyes. This is an important website for Battle Rap Resume. But no, seriously, GoFundMe.com/VerseTracker. It's just great to see, man. And you've put it on the site, haven't you, as well? Like,
we put a thank you section on there just to kind of, recognize those people again. I've just left the campaign running just for, just to leave it running. But yeah, I mean, we met enough money to keep the site up and running, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, entirely. And I mean, are there ads on the site, or is that just not something you'd like to do? Or
well, I've tried to monetize the site in a couple different ways. It's never really worked out. I think there's some ads on there now, depending on where you're browsing from. We do have you know, leagues or like you guys, you know, other battle rap media sites can buy like banner space, but that's just minimal. That's just kind of covering monthly to month cost. But actual established kind of ads have never really worked out on the site, mainly because there's some of the music that's on the site is, you know, obviously copywritten, and you're not allowed to get money from someone else's work like that via ads. So
yeah, no, I mean, it's the famous thing, man. There's the money and battle rap. They just, you know.
Yeah,
exactly. They don't go together, unfortunately. And I mean, is there plans to expand the site in any way, or is it just kind of, you know, going to just keep the golden standard?
Well, no, I've always wanted to expand the site. It's just finding the free time to do that. Some of the areas, one plan I've had for a long time is expanding the leaderboard section to more of a kind of a regional level. You know, in the United States, breaking it down by state so you can see who's the top rapper in each state. Canada, Australia, and the UK and stuff like that. But just collecting all of that information and getting each rapper tagged accordingly is a pretty big feat. So
yeah, that would be great. I mean, just thinking of the bias, you could just do, you know, London, Manchester, etc. Like, you know,
exactly.
Big enough stuff. I think that's a really good idea, man. I think that would draw a lot of traffic in as well. People would want to see that.
Yeah, that's one of the top kind of concerns or questions we get is like, you know, hey, is there a way I can see, you know, who the best in London is or who the best in Texas is? And they're like, yeah, partially, but you know, we don't have the state or the region for every single rapper, so there's going to be some exclusions. So it's not 100% up to date, but
the ones worth being in the top ranks, you'll know, you know.
Yeah, a lot of that. I mean, this is over the course of since, you know, 2013 or so. Just collecting at least the region they're from, or at least the country they're from. You know, that's the big one. Region, a little secondary, but just kind of, you know, sometimes the battle title or the description will say where they're from, so I can quickly type that in. Or we don't have that now since the redesign, but we used to have a submission form, so rappers could go to their own profile, give us some detail that would get emailed to me, and I can, you know, crowdsource the information that way. That helped us. That helped me build the site up information wise pretty quickly. But
yeah, and this site continues to grow. I mean, are you seeing that yourself, like in terms of engagement, or?
Yeah, it's been pretty steady since we did the redesign, but from year to year we do see a big jump on traffic. So nothing. Unless there's kind of a large event and people need the information, we'll see like a day or a couple days spike. But yeah, it's been a gradual increase for a while now.
No, rightfully so, man. It's got to the point where, you know, it's been mentioned in battles. I did say to you prior it had, and the only one that I can actually think of, but it's still been mentioned in a battle, and a very big battle at that being the Tony D's title defense against Yunnan.
I actually I hadn't seen that battle in a long time. Probably since it was released, and I skimmed back through it because I didn't remember that it was referenced, and I couldn't find it. So maybe you could send me the timestamp or something. I'd like to see that. Yeah.
I'll find that after, because basically Tony is basically talking to Yunnan as if, what have you achieved in life? All you've done is battling sort of stuff. So therefore, all you've got is a bookmark on your VERSETRACKER page. Which is, and nice. Yunnan just says, I don't know what that is. He just sort of says that too. I'm like, damn.
Oh well, at least they said our name.
Well, yeah. I mean, Tony D knows who you are, so that's good. That's more important. Don't flop. I gotta ask, because obviously home league and stuff. Do you follow it? Are you a fan?
Oh yeah, I'm a big fan of Don't Flop.
Yeah. I mean, how long?
And a lot of the site traffic and the engagement that we get comes from a lot of British battlers.
Right. Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, I've been a fan of Don't Flop since they started.
No, it's crazy, man. And I mean, I guess you were around. Do you remember Don't Flop emerging on the scene, or?
I do. I remember early King of the Dot and early Don't Flop, and you know, It was probably or Archaic, kind of branching off from their battles that brought me over there.
Yeah, it's it is mad what they've done and what they've achieved, and the same for you, man. I mean, I really can't heap enough superlatives on how great VERSETRACKER is.
Thank you very much.
I'm just being very servile now, but no, it is just wonderful to go through, and I could just spend hours just clicking through it and just exploring, and I just think the design of it is so simple, so intuitive.
Well, thank you very much. I'm glad to hear it's helping.
No, it's really good, man. And I suppose I should just close up then, Ryan, with a few quick fire questions that I normally ask. The first one, I guess we'll start with King of the Dot. Your favorite King of the Dot battle?
Let's see here. I would say I probably watched Bender versus Arcane the most. Maybe Pat Stay Head Ice.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Yeah, that is a good one.
It's Thesaurus and Fresco for kind of a more recent one is a pretty good battle.
Crazy battle. What about Don't Flop, as we said? Don't
Flop. I like when Bender and Lopesci battled
and
Kruger. Yeah. That one. Let's see what else. The Soul versus C major title match was an awesome battle.
That was awesome. Yeah. Soul is.
Yeah, it's hard to think back and.
No, there's been so many.
There's a bunch of good ones.
URL.
I actually don't watch much at all of URL. I mean, we include them because we have to, but but no, I'm not. It's just I've never been a big fan of URL.
No, fair. And I guess obviously you've been watching for a long time, so I should ask, sort of grind time era battle that you love.
Oh man, Thesaurus Immaculate.
Yeah.
Man, that's hard.
Yeah, that's a tough choice. But
so many.
Yeah, there is so many. And I guess final two questions. Your favorite movie, Ryan?
Man, I watch every episode and I assumed you were going to ask me these questions and I never thought ahead of time on these.
Yeah.
Maybe Shawshank Redemption.
Nice.
Inception's a good movie. I recently, not too sure.
No, I recently watched Shawshank Redemption again. I mean, it's so good. It's very violent. I forgot how vicious it is. It's a very brutal, compelling movie. Finally, Ryan, your favorite musical artist or band that are in no way hip hop related?
Not too sure. I don't listen to a lot of music outside of hip hop stuff, but I guess if I had to pick one, it'd probably be maybe Creedence Clearwater Revival.
Okay, yeah,
just because kind of some old stuff I remember my parents listening to and stuck with me a little bit. So
that's some good old American rock and roll. It's great. That's great shit. Yeah. So I guess I should conclude obviously by saying please not only visit VERSETRACKER, follow them on Twitter, get in contact with them, badger them with your minor league, get them involved. But seriously, also GoFundMe.com/VERSETRACKER. Go to that. Please donate. I appreciate the goal's been met to a certain extent, but just all the money is deserving of Ryan. And Ryan, do you have any sort of social media to follow? Is it all sort of VERSETRACKER?
It's VERSETRACKER on Facebook, Twitter /VERSETRACKER. Those are we don't really use Instagram or YouTube ourselves. Just those two are the big ones.
All right, man. Well, this has been great, man. I really genuinely appreciate you joining us. It's been awesome.
No, I'm glad I could make it, and thank you for having me.